Hey, what's going on, all you wonderful people? I'm going to address a statement that somebody made about something that I should do and what they thought based on, I think this was my last video on weather modification and the hurricanes and whatnot. And I'll read to you what they said, and then I'll give you my humble response to what they're saying and what seems to me to be the way I feel about it. And it's like this. Here's what was said. Why wouldn't it be evil if they kill people on purpose and those deaths could have been prevented? Manipulating weather as a concept may not be evil, but you can't compare this to doing a rain dance for fertility. Doing it with deception and not telling anyone with NextRed, NORAD, HARP, and NASA really do, then it's evil. It's evil to declare martial law and steal resources from private people by using man-made storms as an excuse. It's evil to round people up into FEMA camps and vaccinate them to prevent infection when they're really killing everyone slowly. They deliberately target areas with people of color. This nefarious weather manipulation is part of King Alfred's plan. I think you should judge as it is evil. But I like the idea of cleansing the body, but just because my body could be dirty, why do innocents have to get hurt? Okay, let me address this completely. And I'll do it in a couple phases here. First and most basic concept here is I don't really care what you think I should judge as anything. I'm not going to. I've spent my life looking at things and sometimes being in the middle, sometimes judging things, sometimes saying that's good, that's bad. And you know what I've found myself with? Nothing changing, because judgment does nothing. A judgment of any situation, no matter what you think of it, what it seems to be, it does nothing. As I continue this concept with to this person, this idea, entity, whatever, surely there are things that don't seem to be so good. Surely, I mean, I'm not taking away from, yeah, it's bad to kick a baby and hurt a dog and to poison the water. Like, that seems really bad, right? I don't disagree with that sentiment. But we seem to live in a place right now where everything on the planet is, there seems to be some weird things going on, some poison everywhere. And I take this to the next level of saying, how many of these people, wherever these storms might end up, how many of these people, and doesn't matter if it's man-made, doesn't matter how it's made, and even if it is, how many of these people poison themselves on a day-to-day basis on their own volition? How many people, what percentage of people are killing themselves slowly every single day, very aware? Everyone's very aware that Coca-Cola is not good for them. They're aware of that. They consume it. They're aware that if anybody is right now at this day and age so clueless to the fact that the pharmaceutical medical establishment is not on their side, if there's a side, it's not good for them as a health substance, that there's no health in pills, and they're still taking those, well, then they're really off track, and I don't know what to say or do about that. I've found myself in positions with people that are literally on drugs, legal or otherwise, and that could fix themselves, giving them solutions, and they hate me for it. They don't want to know what I know. They don't care. This goes into like giving pearls to swine. They don't care that I'm telling them, like, hey, here's some easy ways to improve your life and well-being. And I will say this as a side note. All the videos that I've given, 99% of the videos I've given, have always been to help and to give people solutions and remedies for whatever their life's problems are, whatever is diseasing and hurting them. But as we're sitting here on this, like, my view of whether or not I should judge these larger systems and archons and architects of control, what is that gonna change? And I'll say this to the person that's suggesting this to me. Okay, you go judge it. What is that gonna do? What have you done? What is your judgment solved? What is it done? How is your judgment of any single situation improved anything? Okay, judge the NASA, judge these people that are making these storms, if that's what's happening. Okay, that's great, but are you stopping it? Is that doing anything? Do these people seem to care that you're concerned? Hey, I got empathy, I'm concerned. They're not changing anything for me. There's millions and billions. There's millions of us. There's billions on this planet, and we all care about everything. We're all very empathetic creatures. Yet, there's nothing that are going, oh, I can't believe you're so evil. This is so wrong. This is King Alfred's plan of a nefarious declaration of martial law to steal my guns. Okay. I mean, don't mishear me. I agree with your sentiments. But what is... Tell me how to change it. Tell me what's going to be changed by you declaring on your own, the judge of everything. Okay, you judged it. You judged it to be bad. What has it done? What is it doing? What is it changing? If you have a solution, please let us all know. Make a video. I'm happy to hear it. I'm sure everyone is. If you could slide in there with your infinite wisdom, and I'm not mocking or poking fun at it. I'm saying if you have that and you have that knowledge, let us all know. Because certainly, whatever is occurring here, there's tons of people that have continually on this planet, because everyone is curious about death, and I'm going to take this to the next level. They're slowly poisoning and killing themselves. Some people don't know they're doing it, but most people, they're very well aware that smoking two packs of Newports a day is killing them. They know that. There's no one that doesn't know that. So you have to ask yourself, if those people, they're saying, I'd like to end this whole thing. I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Let's just hear, this is poison, let me take this. I'm very well aware. Everyone here has a fascination with what they think death is. But then I have to ask the furthering question, the much bigger question that I've made videos on before. Is there a separation between life and death? Do you know what death is? Have you gotten out of body? Do you know what the dream world is? Do you know what consciousness is? And those are all questions. I'm not saying I have the answer, I know the answer. But I'm saying it seems to me, it appears to be, that having been on, if there is a veil of existence in between what your body is and what the spiritual realm is, if there is something like that, I know of many people that have been there, or whatever that is, places in their own consciousness, or the larger soul group or group mind or subconscious of the entire planetary system. Now that's taking it to the highest level. Is death wrong? Do these people want to die? I don't know. It seems like that's everyone's fascination because they know nothing of it. But then, getting back to where we are now, okay, you're going too far. We're talking about let's all be happy here on this planet. Yeah, I'm in agreement. I full on. But that doesn't mean that I have to go, okay, that thing there, that's good, and that thing there, that's bad. That it hasn't worked for anyone. Imagine that. Look at where we are on this planet, all of us, and all of us have made judgments about everything. Where have judgments got you in your life of anything? I would take a wild stab, and I would say I'd be pretty close. Nowhere good. And I can say that for myself, because I don't know. I go, oh, that's bad, that's good. And when I don't make judgments about things, I've gotten to the most wonderful, fun little places. But okay, that aside, okay, well, Zen, we're talking about giant mass plans of destroying, of cutting the population down. I've seen the Georgia Guidestones. I know what they say. I know what their agenda is. Okay, well, how do you know? Do you know them? Do you know those people? Have you met them? Do you know Masons? Do you know Freemasons? Do you know people that are part of secret societies? I mean, have you been to the secret meetings? Have you been to, you watch all these people, do you know any of these families? Do you know what their agenda is? I mean, you kind of get it through the news and you get it through some books. Can you rely on those sources? And then we're watching this, okay, we're back to this, okay, yeah, but then we're talking about, people being injured and hurt because of hurricanes. Well, I've already explained very well. The people that are rich enough to live in these places, their houses are made to withstand hurricanes. And if they're staying there, they're good. And if they have enough money to be there, they're out. Okay, then no, but we're attacking people of color. You know what? Don't be so, see, that right there is a ridiculous judgment in itself. Everybody on this planet is of color. Everyone is of color. What color are you? There's no black and white people. That's like that to me is like you've missed it. Remove your head from your anus. There are no black people. That doesn't exist. There is no, as Savan Bolmar points out, there's no Fanta black people out here. There's the blackest of black doesn't exist. And there's no white people. There's no white people. You never see any of these things. What you see is a wide variety, spectrum of all colors and vibrations. And if you If we're just doing it from without going, okay, we're all from planetary systems and blah, blah, okay, we're all on Earth and we're all different colors. We're all of color. We're all humans. Men of hue. And women too, let's not forget that, and all the other things and all the other creatures. Okay, so the situation still sits. Okay, if it is man-made, what is its purpose? If it's not man-made, like, if all of these things to destroy things have been going on for years, why isn't the whole planet destroyed? They want to destroy the whole planet? How would they live? And who are they? Who are they and what would they live off of if the planet was dead and no one was here? That wouldn't make any sense to anyone. I don't care how angry people are, how much they have their, you know, mother and father issues and all of that, or that idea of, well, if we play the other game of, okay, this comes from back into Nibiru and it goes back into Atlantis and Lemuria and it goes back into the draconian empires and outer space and the falling of you know, Yeshua, and then you've got the devil, that, you know, all of these, the fallen angels, like, those are all fun games to play, but where are we now? And people that live here, if people are living and they're part of this organic system, then that's all there is to it. What should we do? What can we do? What would you do? Give us a solution. Because while I agree with martial law and stealing resources from private people is ridiculous, but at the same time, like, okay, and that's always the conclusion. And all of these people out here that have all these great, you know, hey, don't get me wrong, it's everybody out here empathetic and we feel for it, and it's like, oh man, this is terrible. Like, I don't want anybody to be injured. I don't want animals harmed. I don't want to, you know, people shouldn't be eating animals, and we shouldn't be, you know, slaughtering things, and we shouldn't be poisoning people. But all of that's occurring. So, are you going to go to the doctors? Are you going to go to the giant pharmaceutical industry and be like, hey, your whole thing is a farce and you're poisoning people, and this needs to stop? Are they going to listen? Or, oh, you know what? You guys are right. You guys are right. Yeah, well, let's just stop this. Yeah, well, they're sitting there in their $10 million mansions with their yachts, and they have their life of whatever it is. They're just gonna go, no, you're right, let me just cash this all in, because you know what, I had it wrong all along. We're all just family here, and you know, I don't need all of these mansions. I don't need all of this. You know, they're gonna just do that. And now, getting back to this weather modification thing, how long do you think that's been going on? Okay, so procreation is fine as long as we're doing a rain dance, but so Shakti is good, but Shiva's no good? You know, burning down okay, you look at a tree and it's diseased. Chopping off that diseased portion, or burning down that diseased portion, or removing it somehow, whether, you know, we get it psychically or physically, or however it might occur, and that goes into, is this Mother Earth or magicians or Maya or man-made? Does it really matter? Is it for an evil agenda? Maybe some people have that position. Maybe it is for, you know, that's a land grab and let's get this, but in a good way. Hey, I mean, let's get back to this. Half of these people, haven't they I mean, at least I'd say 99% of these, don't they want to move on with their adventure? If you believe in afterlife, if you believe in reincarnation, if you believe in the spirit, like, how many people really like being in this, what they would call the cross, you know, in their body? How many people like to be stuck in it? Well, you know, there's something where people that have I'd say, I don't want to say as a luxury, but lux means light, of getting out of their body and having other experiences where other people don't have that, and they want that experience. So, as I always say, my solutions here for people is like, hey, we can all live on this planet just fine, and I can help you find solutions to get out of your body and participate in other aspects of what life is and what afterlife is and what the different realms are, because that's what I like to offer. Because there's no problem for me here on this planet. Like, this planet is, I like the earth. I like putting my feet on it. I like the people around me. Yeah, sure, we come across some, like, you know, whatever we'd like to call it, demonic spirits or whatever, people that just aren't full of light. And, like, that's fine. But do we hope to, you know, criticize and put everybody into like there they are, there's the evil ones, those are the bad ones, they're the ones that should be judged as evil? Yeah, I mean, and I just come back to it. If you think your judgment or that I should, because I'm not gonna, it's to be truthful, it's laughable to me if you think you're going to tell me that I should do something. That it seems so inconsequential that your belief system isn't as strong as mine. I believe I shouldn't judge people. Hey, that outweighs yours. So have fun judging people. But if you think your judgment will cause something, or if you have a solution, please, and I'm not even, no, take that away. I don't plead anything. No, not please. Just go ahead and tell us all how it's done. Tell us how to fix this earth. Tell us how to fix yourself. Because I know for damn well what I do. I teach and educate and show people how to fix themselves and the things around them and the spaces in between them and everything else. And I show and I explain. I show and prove. And it's without judgment of things. So, as always, stay awesome, do cool things, engage with the world, and if you can, inspire the world, and if you can't, at least inspire yourself. Stay awesome.